Good afternoon, Dr. Ruckel here. Today I want to talk to you about castor oil. Castor oil is also known as Palma Christi or Palm of the Christ, and they're bean-like seeds that have been used medically for a long period of time. They actually found castor oil beans in Egyptian tombs 4,000 years ago. Edgar Cayce is known as the sleeping prophet. There is a society set up in Virginia Beach, Virginia called the ARE that documents all his readings. He helped many people with a variety of physical conditions. One of the things that featured prominently in his recommendations was castor oil packs, and we'll talk about those. So in the Cayce readings, he talked about using it for conditions such as constipation, liver conditions, ulcers, appendicitis, arthritis, intestinal disorder, warts, and toxemia. Let's start by talking to you about warts. This is something I found is very effective. Plantar warts, for instance, on the bottom of your feet. Can also be used, people sometimes get them on the hands. If it's a true plantar wart, this formula tends to work. So one gets castor oil. If you can get a good organically grown castor oil, cold pressed, fine, but particularly when it comes to warts, I find it doesn't really matter, that it all tends to work fairly well. You take the castor oil, you're going to mix it with baking soda. Put it in a small Tupperware-like container. Combine the two together till you get it the consistency of a mildly runny toothpaste. And the biggest expenditure you're going to have here are Band-Aids. So you apply it to the wart and put a Band-Aid on it. You probably have to do it morning and evening. If you have a workout, you may have to apply it a second time during the day. Over time, eventually, it'll create a concavity in there. You'll start to cave out, so you still pack it inside there. You keep putting it on till eventually it just goes away. I had a neighbor who came to see me, and her daughter was a tennis player, and she had, easily anywhere from a $50 to $1 size in coin wart on the bottom of her foot, and they did it consistently, and that was gone in about 6 weeks because they were so consistent on doing it. Otherwise, medically, they're cutting it out or they're using acids. Both can be somewhat painful. So this is a pain-free method that does work. Another thing I like is they've got roll-ons out there. So you can actually use it in various spots. I find that it's great for like liver spots or brown spots. I've developed a little bit, so you just take it. You can just rub it on the skin wherever you see the spots. I find over time that it lightens these up. So in my opinion, situations that go poorly in the body they become darker and the borders become not good on them. I found castor oil a lot of times reverses these conditions or situations. So as an option to having spots cut out. As far as castor oil packs go, the formula that you use here is you can take the castor oil, and let's say you're using it over the liver. The liver is a huge detoxifying organ in the body, and it's in the right lower area below the rib cage. And pour some into your hands, just massage it in. Cover it with wool flannel. Put just a normal towel over the area, and then you can wrap it up with like an ace bandage or Velcro, and then put a heating pad on it. Drive it in for an hour while you're watching TV, reading a book, or on your phone or iPad. People that do this consistently get results. Sometimes the oil will get absorbed into the skin, and occasionally you might see little slicks of oil in your bowel movements. That's just it working in the body. One of the ways that this works is through what's called the lymphatic system. Lymphatic system, there's actually more lymph in the body than there is blood. In the lymphatic system, one way to think of that is like the extracellular fluid in the body. And so this helps stimulate lymphatic fluid. So major lymph organs are like the breast, the appendix, the tonsils, adenoids. When we get swollen glands, a lot of times that's involved with the lymphatic system. So it helps in the detoxification and drainage of the lymphatic system. So castor oil is good for, can be good for the feet above and beyond warts for things like calluses, bunions, moles, tumors, and cysts. I've had people put it on certain things and that just fall off over time. Find it doesn't work real good with skin tags. One can experiment with it, but if it's a true skin tag, it doesn't tend to necessarily take those away. This is used externally in. Some people talk about using it internally as a laxative, but I don't recommend that. It can be used to heal the umbilical region of a newborn child. It can be massaged into the hair for little children as a stimulant for growth. I've had people put it on their eyebrows and eyelashes, and it's helped promote growth. It can be rubbed into the feet at night if you're on your feet all day. It's very soothing. You can rub it into your feet while you're watching TV, put some socks on afterwards. They talk about using the castor oil packs as an option to actually soak the wool flannel in the oil. You can do that. When you're done with it, you can put it in a plastic bag, save it. A lot of times when I have people do this, if people were in a severe condition, think like the big C word out there, you could certainly do this daily. Richard Scholl's is an herbalist, and he talked about people doing it who had big C in the brain, and they would actually do like the Turkish towel and drive it up through the hair. So any place where there's a situation like that, you can drive it into the body. It's great for joints. You can use it for low back conditions, knee conditions, ankle conditions. Research it. You can put in Edgar Casey, look at it, research castor oil. So it's simple, it's easy, it's inexpensive. Probably the way that I tend to use it most is with the roll-on. So I do it daily on certain areas on my face, other areas where you go, that's a watch area on the skin. So try this, let us know how this works for you. You have a wonderful day.